I was reading an article about this video game player. He played this video game called Super Smash Bros. He came out with a story saying he was sexually abused for about a year by somebody that was an adult. So let me paint the picture real quick.
They did tell me finish drop. For that shit, nigga.
Like, baby girl, this real shit. Yeah, street nigga thinking in the streets.
Yeah.
I just want a bad bitch to come and suck my dick.
So this kid, he's 14 years old. He's cool. He's cool in playing the game. I guess he's pretty good at it. He travels with people to go to tournaments and play and all that. And it was this 24-year-old gamer girl, real pretty, and she had a boyfriend or whatever. And then one night she was drinking and stuff, and she ended up like starting to kiss on him and stuff. And from what he said, it was all like mainly like oral. It was never really sexual intercourse, but he said it was oral sex. And yeah, she had a boyfriend at the time or whatever, and now she's married, and her husband is like some what people would call a geek. He says she's out of his league, this and that, and having that mindset already it kind of like he put her on a pedestal pretty much, and that kind of shows why she would go off. And I'm not saying going off messing with a child is right. Touching a kid is never right in my eyes. I done been through some shit like that, and it's traumatic, and it can really mess you up. So this kid, he said it messed him up because she was still with her boyfriend, and he developed feelings for her because they were doing things constantly, you know, the 14-year-old boy and a 24-year-old woman just doing things constantly, and that built a connection, and she kind of victimized him. So my take on that, why is she going after a 14-year-old if she's this beautiful girl that can have almost any man that she wants within her realm? A lot of the time people have been abused that do things like that because it's been done to them, so they feel like they feel better or whatever, or it becomes a desire in their mind, and they start doing it to other people. Another thing is some people are just twisted and sick like that. They get a rush from things like that, from doing things they know they shouldn't be doing. Like, for instance, role playing. People like to role play, like, oh, play the teacher or play the robber. You know, a lot of women have rape fantasies. Like, they like that whole rough shit, getting held down and all that. They have rape fantasies, and that's just what it is. They won't admit it, but vast majority of women have that fantasy. This is why, if you're active like that, sometimes they like little rough stuff, like the choking and all that, because it's a fantasy. You know, it's kind of like, I know I shouldn't be doing this type thing, so I'm gonna do it. And another thing, like, people like to do things in public. You know, it just gives them a rush. So in this situation, from the girl's perspective, she gets a rush out of that, sneaking around and doing all that, doing these things with this little boy, knowing if she get caught, you know, it's a big penalty for that. He's of age now, I guess, but he's finally coming out with this stuff. So these people, it's in people that you wouldn't think that it's in, like this sickness, because that's a sickness wanting to prey on little kids. But we see it all the time, you know, with the teachers and stuff, messing with the kids, male and female. It's just things that we don't know about, you know, that's happening. Like, this happens every day. Like, it's just what it is. It's just a lot of the time, a lot of them don't feel their age or whatever. They still are young in the mind. It's a development stunt or something, but they're still young in the mind also. Therefore, they feel like these young people are like their equal. They don't really fully know their age. So what they don't really want to accept their age. But this is just something to watch out for. Let's just say you got a woman or a man who works with kids a lot, you know, just take, you know, just look into these things, because there's been stories where a teacher went to jail having sex with a kid or whatever, had his baby, got out of jail and ended up being with the kid. So it's like, you don't know people's mindsets and what they can do or what they're capable of. So it's just very important just to watch who you with, man, and just watch these things. Watch if they start to take on a little too much interest in certain things or certain people. You can find out a lot about people by just going through the history of the type of things that they watch. Because a lot of people are, like, a lot of us growing up, you know, we watched porn. You know, that was a big thing in the vast majority of every kid's life. So, not all, you know, there's exceptions to the rules, but yeah, you just gotta watch what people are interested in, watch their habits, and just watch. You have to be watchful, man, because how does it look like your girl's cheating on you or whatever with a teenager and you a grown man? It looks weird, it makes you look bad, and you know that's within people, you know, like, you just gotta let that one go. You gotta hold that L and let that one go, man. So yeah, man, you never know what sickness people got going on in their mind, man. So you just gotta be watchful. So if you got any questions, man, comment. You know, if you got any stories, because everybody got a story, and maybe one day I'll be strong enough to share mine. Yeah, like my stuff, subscribe, man. All right, y'all. This is a little more serious topic, you know, because I've been through it, and I see the mindset a lot of people have, and it can warp you. It can make you have desires that you wouldn't have had if you didn't have those encounters or those experiences. So yeah, man. Yeah.
Niggas on the block, they be hustling, dressed in all black, can't forget camo. Hang around them shooters, got a lot of ammo. Army gang shit, we running from the Taz though. Yeah, they on that, yeah, they really on our asshole.